Dear Pixie, you asked us about the light body. You asked, what is it, and how do we move into it? Is it essential for ascension? Will we be fully healed when we are in our light body? Will we then be ascended masters on earth? And when will this happen? In response to the latter sentence of your question, when will this happen? The aligned response is now. It is now because you are now in a non-linear expression of your reality, a fifth dimensional reality. And in that expression, all is now and needs no date. Giving the date, the end product or destination of situation, is in many ways counterproductive to your receiving of that which you perceive as the end product or destination. However, one can give time frames for the beginning of the waves of energy that shall move across your planet and throughout humanity. The waves we speak of are the light body activations of individuals as they move one by one and take their place as beacons of light. The time frame for this began in your 1960s and has moved forward steadily since that time. Exponentially, the waves increased in 2008 and again in your year of 2011 and 2012. In 2012, there were large increases in light body activations. Now, in your year of 2013, critical mass within Akashic field access has been reached regarding light body activation. So, therefore, the process is well underway. It is most aligned to find the realization within that this is a process, not an instant switch. The process itself is the activation that shall take you into light body. When one asks the question, what is light body? One could literally communicate infinitely in response to that question. However, we shall respond in the most concise way we can and aim to cover most bases, if you will. The light body is the aspect of individualized self that is pure source. It exists in all places, in all times. It is quantum and is ultimately one soul. However, when the light body is experienced from the physical incarnational perspective, it feels as though it is individual. Indeed, this is the case from an incarnational perspective. The light body is pure source self. It is the divinity, the higher self, the wisdom, the ascended aspect. What this really means, however, is that the light body is the aspect of self that holds full memory of all that is. Full memory of all quantum versions of self, previous and future incarnations, extraterrestrial selves, past, present and future, non-physical self, light being presentation, oneness, unity, 0-point field existence. The full memory is held within the light body matrix and is filtered through a non-linear process into the physical self. This often comes into the mind fields of the physical self as perceived downloads or uploads, communication with spirit beings, language of light, sacred geometry, or clairvoyant vision. The human brain and the neurotransmitters within the body, what we would call the mind-body matrix or body-mind, are receivers and translators of the memory downloads that filter through to the physical body. The more awareness of these downloads, the more these downloads are processed and translated. the more communication that takes place with the non-physical selves, then the more memory is accessed. When the memory is accessed, processed and understood, then light filters into the mind-body matrix or body-mind. This light is both metaphoric and indeed literal. Light is created or switched on within the human brain and the cellular makeup. This light can be explained within your field of science and physics as photon light or particles. Our conduit Magenta Pixie does not have the terminology within her fields for full explanation of this on this level. Therefore, how we can describe this most accurately, given her level of available terminology, is to say that this light is electromagnetic. It winks in and out of existence. It presents simultaneously as particle and wave, yet looks like neither. It vibrates, it moves, it is permanently in transit, it is not static. It is of higher resonance or higher frequency than the cellular makeup that is not activated and that does not hold light. Moving beyond the understandings of your field of physics into the realm of the new physicists, one can explain this by saying that this light we speak of is also a sound, a vibration. The sound, like a musical note, vibrates within a higher octave than that of the non-activated cellular makeup. This light we speak of is also an emotion. Because it is a vibration, it therefore must follow that it is an emotion, for emotion is vibration. The emotion vibrates within a higher frequency than that of the non-activated cellular makeup. The emotion we speak of here is that of bliss. Therefore, when bliss is experienced within the emotional body of the physical human, that physical human is accessing or operating from the light body. Therefore, the more time the individual experiences bliss, the more they will be in their light body. What is so very interesting and enjoyable for the incarnated human is to know that the more time they spend in their light body, the more they experience bliss. Therefore, the light body is a charge, an electrical charge of activated cellular particles and waves that hold a magnetic frequency and sing within the higher octave. This charge that flows through the physical body is that of bliss, bliss-charged love. You ask how you move into the light body? To do whatever it takes to make you feel bliss would be the most appropriate response here. But it is often a fact that a physical incarnated human does not know what it is that makes them feel bliss. Therefore, we would suggest first following contentment, then move into experiencing happiness and joy. These emotions create resonance to happy and joyful experiences, which inevitably and must lead to blissful experiences and thus to bliss. Moving out of frustration, boredom, sadness, depression and anger into contentment would be the first step for many. Yet you who are here, who are in this place, you are not behind. You are simply singing the song of the lower octave. Yet within the orchestra, all notes are played in order to create balanced symphony. You are therefore not behind. Neither do you need to leave the lower octave of emotions behind. You simply move up the scale into bliss and the body of light. The lower octave of emotions are there to show you that which you do not want. How can you know what it is that you do want if you do not know that which you do not? Therefore, the lower octave emotions are most helpful and necessary. The third dimension is not to be left behind. One does not move away from the illusory presentation of linear time completely, for one does not wish to lose one's anchor. Therefore, the lower octave emotions are to be utilized for assistance in climbing the ladder of light. One cannot get to the top of the ladder without stepping upon the first rung, as it were. Therefore, whilst integrating frustration, fear, boredom, loneliness, stress and sadness, and embracing contentment is a most aligned step, once one begins the process, then one is on the journey, and the light body formation must begin. When one has found contentment, one shall surely find joy. When one has found joy, one shall surely find bliss. Even within this, the lower octave emotions are still experienced, yet they are then perceived and understood as vibration rather than emotion. The individual within the light body learns how to transmute the lower octave emotions up the scale very quickly, still learning from the lower octave emotions without becoming consumed by them. The individual within the light body still plays the song of the full orchestra, and must in order to access full memory. Full memory is the light body. You see how useful the lower octave emotions are? They are to be integrated along this journey, not buried or transcended. Yet, transcended from another perspective is what occurs. Transcendence without integration leads to ego, God complex formation, and ungrounded loss of anchor. Transcendence with integration and humility leads to ascension, enlightenment, and full awareness within grounded, balanced, sovereign, human, individual self. Transcendence with integration leads to light body. You ask, is the light body essential for ascension? We would reply that moving into the light body is ascension. The key word here is moving. It is the process itself that is the activation of the light body. We repeat, it is the process itself that is the activation of the light body. You ask, will you be fully healed when you are in your light body? Again, we would say this is a process. It is also a matter of perspective. We, the white-winged collective consciousness of 9, are light body. We are fully healed. Yet we, as all that we are, have never been anything other than fully healed. Human physical self will indeed move through the process of full healing as one moves into light body, as the two are one. Full health and light body are interchangeable and simultaneous. Therefore, full health will lead to light body, and light body will lead to full health. The aligned response, therefore, to your question must be yes, as long as one sees this as a process and not a destination within the context of your question. You ask, will you then be ascended masters on earth? Again, this is interchangeable with full health and with light body. Again, this is a process, not a destination within the context of your question. When one communicates with ascended master, one is communicating with light body. When one blends or merges with light body, then one becomes ascended master. The merge with light body, becoming that which is light, holding the electromagnetic charge of bliss, is what is happening now. Now on your planet. Happening to those who hear these words now. This is happening in varying degrees, in stages, in waves, in various ways. There is no right or wrong way, Ultimately, it is the raising of awareness into full memory. This does not have to be full conscious memory in order to merge with light body. The process is just that, a process. Wherever you are in this process is the absolute right place for you to be. Ever moving forward and evolving, ever staying still within 0 point field oneness. Trust the process. Trust the self. Trust the body, for it knows what to do. It knows the way. The human physical organism is the most amazing creation indeed. Watch your life unfold from the place of observer, yet experience the experience. Live the process. Create your own life script and be the character within that life script. Be the character that you want to be. The choice of incarnated experience and blueprint is made from light body perspective. Live the experience of physical human within light body merge, and you get to choose incarnational experience and blueprint as you go along, from exactly where you are. As a physical human on earth and all that that truly is. We are the white-winged collective consciousness of 9. Gateways within, gateways within, gateways within.